8 minutes after 7 is now time for us to do the newspapers, and hopefully we can tell you what's happening online as well. Because of our conversation with Mr. Tekwe, we had to push the newspapers to do it now. So, guys, morning to those I haven't said good morning to already.
Hello, I'll take my good mornings now, yes.
I'll take mine too. Good morning.
Sir.
Good morning, Roland.
You guys.
Good morning, bro.
Came prepared.
I'm good.
Yes, good morning, Akablazer.
It's a Friday.
Could you, I think we said good morning already.
Did you and I say good morning? Yeah. Please, when you went to eat your banku, you didn't take it, so no.
Why you like early morning bango?
Hey.
I like to eat early in the morning.
He likes
I'm
a
not
chocolate.
disclosing what food that is.
Oh, so you've
For
already
security
eaten,
reasons.
Of course.
You remind me.
All right, let's
I
do
used
the
to eat heavy like that.
newspapers. Could just
Sure.
So we'll start with the dispatch.
Oh, okay.
Go on,
You.
Yeah. A story. Delegates, as MPP delegates, they decide tomorrow, and Blay Bwedu and Uku to be retained. I mean, really, that's about it. It's almost like an endorsement.
Benef Singh is making his.
Are we not expecting
Is that
any
a poll?
surprises?
Roland, is that a poll?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Are we not
there's a poll
expecting
from
any
Benef.
surprises?
Well, it's like more like a prediction. You
Oh,
know.
did he do a poll or is he just
No
looking at
surprises.
some trends?
Because I'm seeing something, a pie
No,
chart of a sort.
no. That's it's
Any
about
friendship.
statistics on the Fourth Republic, our performance, etc. And Posa Benefsin believes it will take a miracle for Mr. Steven Team to be elected the national chairman of the new Patriotic Party. We know that it's having its national delegates conference at Kofodia this weekend. Of course, we'll be there. And Benefsin is saying or predicting that Blay, Bwedu, and Samia Uku will be the winners for their respective positions they are contesting. And we know that Blay has been in the news, especially on social media. Money has been speculated to be circulating in pictures. I haven't seen the money physically.
But the picture is circulating. A picture of money is circulating. A picture of a picture on money.
Yes.
Has been circulating.
And the latest this morning is that it's the
circulating.
NDC that's doing that. So
Well, I've actually seen.
Speculate.
Okay, so I've seen two of them.
I've seen three.
There's one
all
with
three.
10 CD notes. There's one with 50 CD notes.
Yeah.
And people were saying that, Charlie, I prefer the 50 CD note one.
They prefer the 50
Yeah,
cedi.
That's from that's
for the
the one
50.
that has Steven in Team's picture.
Oh, that's it, eh?
Yeah.
So they have the pictures on the monies.
Yeah.
Amakuba better find some dollars.
Amakubatu has his one, but his is in a lower denomination, I think. It's a 2 Ghana CD or something. Yeah, so I think on Facebook somebody said, well, he's the one who doesn't have the money, so.
Do they give it to only the delegates or any person who can make it to Kofodia?
Well, what are you going to do after they don't need you.
Mama B is checking the bus schedule for.
They don't need you. They need those who have votes. I mean,
I will be in Koforidua.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going with the team
Great.
so that we can bring some live coverage of activities tonight and tomorrow.
If you get some of the money,
Oh,
please.
no.
Even if you won't take
The
it.
think
only
you should
money
make
I
it a
accept
priority
is the
to
one that
confirm.
has Kwesi Chum's picture on it.
Oh, this one, when you take it, like, just say that I'm taking this on behalf of Roland and Mama V. Thank you
Okay.
very
Yeah.
much
Okay.
on their behalf. We'll spend it.
Do I have to then bring it to you?
Of course. If you take it in our name, you have to bring it to us.
for the
I
records,
see.
I'm not soliciting for the fans like you two are doing.
Yes, for
I'm sure
security
Ronan is also not
reasons.
doing
Is that
For security reasons, you will not solicit. Yeah.
we're not soliciting either. We're just saying
It's money that has appeared on my timeline and my page
Yeah.
and all that.
So it needs to appear in your bank account.
So I'm wondering why I would perhaps absolve myself of any receipt. I don't know how. I would say that the money is there.
let's
Well,
do the
related to the NPP,
Yes.
there's a bit on the daily guide that
Okay,
says
so we're doing the daily guide
maintain
now.
2016 gains. And Nana tells
Is the
NPP.
car there? Nana didn't talk about the car.
No, he didn't.
Said they
but-
should maintain because 2016 there were no cars. So
okay.
But it's an interesting statement.
So
You
let's
can-
just run through the front page quickly, then we'll look at a bit of that. So there's another story about the free SHS gets a 554 million CD funding. There's a photograph of Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, the education minister. I had sex with 8 ambassadors coming from Amanziba, and they are saying that it's a confession. I'm sure all of us have heard this story on social media.
Not all of us.
Okay,
I've
so
not.
the
Not
eighth
surprisingly.
the
What's
eighth
it about?
ambassador Joyce Jijo-Mensah publicly said that he had sex with Amanziba and one other person. And now Guide is reporting that Amanziba has come to confess that it actually happened. So maybe we can look at...
Why do we care again? Can someone remind me why this is of importance?
Oh, it's in the newspapers. We don't really care. The newspaper is reporting it.
Okay,
Yes,
so
that's the question.
Why
I guess
reviewing
I'm asking. Why is the newspaper telling us this? Why is this in the news?
I guess because...
So I guess Kojo wants us to do that one before we do the MPP one. So it says, veteran high life musician Amanziba Natsbiu has confirmed media reports that he indeed slept with the former 8th ambassador Joyce Jijo-Mensah when she was a member of his band. Yes, he's quoted as saying that, yes, I had a sexual relationship with Joyce Jijo-Mensah when she was a member of my band. I made a mistake. This could happen to any man. Why exactly is it a mistake? We don't know. Okay.
Is he
I
married?
slept with her when
what
she
it
was
means?
20 years old and not 17 as is being speculated. The high life musician added that what happened to him could happen to any man. Therefore, Ghanaians and his fans should see it as a mistake he's sorry for. I don't really...
Okay.
Maybe he was married at the time or something. I don't know.
Okay, so the former ambassador had actually said that they had sex twice between 2005 and 2006, adding that the first one was at a beach and the other one in a house located at Spintex Road in Accra. I really enjoyed the sex with him very well. He's very good. She's quoted as saying. All these are the papers, page 19.
Yeah, I know you can't say that. Like,
You know that you're reading from the
yeah.
news.
But this is too much details. Like, why is anybody talking about this?
I don't know. These days, everybody kind of likes it when they said they've hung out with somebody and
Okay,
made
so
out.
there's also the other person I was talking about is Akwabwa, the musician.
Also had sex.
Yes,
young
the
man.
woman says she did not accept Akwabwa's proposal.
Which one? The older or younger?
The younger, I guess. It doesn't give any additional details to distinguish between the two, but it goes on to say that she used to kiss the young one, the young singer, but never had sex with him. So
I'm not sure.
So
why
she's
this
saying all
matters.
this?
Why is
So-
this important?
it's all captured in print.
Okay, all right.
We can do the MPP, right? Or Roland?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're maintaining the
Roland wants to
gains.
get over.
Yes, so
get over the-
Yeah.
the president is quoted as saying, it doesn't state where exactly he spoke, but he says, maintain and safeguard the gains of 2016 by electing the right persons to do so. Most of the members of the National Executive who fought hard during the 2016 general elections that helped the NPP to win against the NDC, we are told, are contesting in that election. So he's quoted again as saying that as we seek to build a stronger party that will deliver prosperity to Ghanaian people, let us be mindful that the election of national officers is of great importance. So he didn't directly name names, but he makes the point that they should
Maintain the gains.
And,
Okay,
the paper
maintain the games. Mr. Foko is not in the race. Mr. Japan is not in the race.
How about the gains being the fact that the party won the election, elect people who can win the election for us? We want to maintain the gain.
They won the elections.
Who won the election?
The party. I don't get what she's trying to say. She's trying to say the individuals
Nothing.
who are the helm of affairs.
Nothing.
So
Nothing.
are we saying that this sounds like the president is endorsing those who are running to keep their
We're
That
not.
is the interpretation people are putting on what he said.
maintain the gains, maintain.
But the
the
president
gains.
knows why he made those statements.
Maintain the gains.
The president is a wise man.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, this is a
I don't
wise
think
saying,
it's-
actually.
So he said, elect people who can maintain the gains. Okay. So if you've
Those who
never,
brought the gains should be maintained.
so let me ask, if you've never held a party executive position before, or
Before the
if-
2016.
Yes, or if you've never won an election, while in, if you were not in a party executive position when they made the gains, then you ought not be maintained if the president's advice is to be followed.
Nice interpretation.
Fear delegates, Sir John said. Let's see how this one will go. But the center spread, still on relationship issues. My ex-wives chose
I
me
love the
for
Daily
my
Guide.
fame. That is coming from Kwabna.
Oh, okay.
That story is also there.
What, is there a president's wife?
Yes, they're supposed to be, or there isn't.
Oh, you
It
can still
says,
have ex-wives even if you don't have a present wife.
That's true.
Oh, you know,
That's
but the
true.
way the thing says,
That's
my
true.
ex-wives chose me for my fame.
As saying the president.
Then
wife,
there's almost like
would
there's a
not have-
president's wife
Who did he
who,
choose?
who chose me for me.
Or maybe he's hoping that the next wife will not choose him for his fame.
Yeah, but it's not a bad thing, Kojo.
your
If somebody
next wife?
chooses you for the fame and Roland,
It is a very bad thing.
Is it?
Because fame is fleeting. So if it passes, then she no longer has a reason.
But if they told you that they like you because of the fame, then that's not a big deal.
It's fine. I just won't marry you. I'll give you what it is you want for however long I can give it. But then after that, you know.
That's it.
Yeah, because I can't make a permanent commitment over a temporary reason.
I like that.
Are you on the books of any record company? Because as a lyrics, no.
Let's do the Finder newspaper. Front page of the Finder now. NPP takes Koforidua by storm. Dr. Bawumia, national executives arrive today for annual delegates conference. And you just have to watch Joy News and listen to Joy FM because we're bringing you coverage of this delegate conference. Kojo is going to be packing off later this morning. And so
later this morning?
Yeah. And then Maxwell Kudako is our colleague on the ground as well. He's going to join us on the show this morning to tell us what's happening. I guess it's arrival, but later in the evening things will happen. If you happen to see money somewhere, please, I beg, pass some to us in Accra. But we hope that after this conference, there will be something that they will leave, you know, in Koforidua or in the eastern region. There should be something.
I think they should build them more.
There should be something. I mean, they shouldn't just come and, you know, spend all that and just leave.
Yeah.
Something should change about.
Well, at the very least, they
Town.
should clean up after themselves.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
By
They
themselves.
will. They will.
Like how the
Senegalese,
But it's
Japanese fans.
It's very colorful on the front page of the paper with all the posters. And I wonder what it does. Some are bigger than others. Some are really small, but there are lots. Delegates, are they convinced by posters or flyers or anything of the sort? But also on the front page, Ghana-South Africa foster strategic partnership, according to presidents. Entries for 23rd GJA Awards open. St. Peter's wins 2018 National Science and Maths Quiz competition. They're on our show later this morning. Commercializing research findings critical. That's the minister making that point. You might want to check out who is saying that. It's all in the Finder newspaper of today.
The Daily Graphic has that story about the National Science and Maths Quiz. It says St. Peter's are champs. And you should see the photograph holding the trophy. I'm sure someone would have preferred a different school uniform, but it's
a great.
Well, you would have preferred some other school.
Well, I'm satisfied with St. Peter's. I'm satisfied.
Like you have a choice.
I'm satisfied. I know those who are not satisfied.
I can't wait to meet the winners, though. They'll be coming through the studio later, won't they? Yeah, I can't wait to meet them.
So
that's a great picture, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Holding it.
And to think it made the banner headline, the front page. Yeah, it's the biggest.
I was actually looking to see which of the other papers. I realized the Finder, but
the Finder has the headline at least.
Yeah. Okay. The MPP story is also on the front page of Daily Graphic. Maintain gains of 2016. President Akufo-Addo tells NPP delegates. A memorial service today for Emisa Arthur. Transport Minister urges Ghana Port and Harbour Authority boss to drive reforms. Also being reported by the Daily Graphic this morning. So that is it for Graphic. I'm sure Kojo has the Ghanaian Times.
I do. And banner headline, will maintain fiscal discipline after exiting IMF program. That's the Vice President. Fiscal discipline is one area in which the government has actually done well since they took office in 2017. Police deploy 1,000 personnel ahead of NPP confab. I'm sure I won't be able to take a step in Koforidua without tripping over a police officer this weekend. Supreme Court to deliver judgment on Gomwa Achempim chieftaincy dispute, July 25. Let's hope the people will accept what the Supreme Court says. 4 Ejisuman SHS teachers sacked over sexual misconduct. I want to see them prosecuted, jailed if found guilty of this. And Kelny GVG case, GRA to oppose suit. Let's read a little bit about that. An Accra Human Rights High Court has given the opportunity to Ghana Revenue Authority to file an affidavit in opposition to the suit brought by 2 Ghanaians seeking to stop the $89 million revenue monitoring contract between government and Kelny GVG. Now, the court, presided over by Justice Anthony Yeboah, asked other defendants in the case to file their arguments on or before July 10. This is the case brought by Sarah Safoye and Maximus Ametobo.
Yeah. And Joseph was in court.
Yes, indeed.
So
now, Joseph, educate us on one thing first, if you may. Is the GRA a party to this
Yes,
suit?
they actually named as a defendant in the suit.
Even though they are not a party to the contract.
The contract, yes.
Very well, very well.
In fact, the other telcos are all named as defendants in the suit, so it's quite a number of defendants in there. So the judge asked them, once they had filed for the injunction, the state, as expected, the AG Communications Ministry had opposed it. Then the plaintiffs asked for time to file additional arguments. That was done. Then the judge now asked them yesterday whether the other lawyers involved in the case, because of all that has been filed, they think they need to add any other thing before he delivers his judgment. So that was when the GRA lawyer informed the court that, they have seen a few things that they think they want to react to as well.
Okay.
So they were given the opportunity to do that, and has been adjourned. So we're expecting that hopefully the judge will be able to go through all those documents and give a ruling, and at least the initial aspect of the case will be dealt with.
Which court is this?
It's a human rights court.
Yeah. So we don't yet have a hint of what the GRA's argument is.
No, not at all. But what we know for a fact is that they are opposed to the request for the injunction, because you know for a fact that they are, they are the revenue authority. They want to monitor revenue.
Yes.
So it benefits them one way or the other.
Yeah. They had a contract. Actually, they didn't have a contract. The NCA, right, had a contract.
Yeah.
No, the GRA had a contract.
The earlier one, the Suba one,
which they cancelled.
What is interesting is that yesterday the GRA boss himself, Mr. Kofinti, he was present in court. He sat by Mr. George Anda, and they were interestingly sitting by the plaintiffs. Maximus.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they were taking pictures and posting on Facebook.
Jordan actually took that picture.
In the courts?
Yeah, in the courts.
In the courts where they don't allow wait, but they said they didn't allow gadgets.
Some Ghanaians are more Ghanaian than others.
No, but before or after, you're going into the courtroom. If they say no phones, there's no phones.
Any gadgets with you in the courtroom. And George Anda was taking selfies.
Maybe he took the selfies outside the court.
No, they were in
court.
fact, I was sitting behind them.
Where is the judicial
where was your phone?
secretary, the judicial service?
Was it off?
Completely off. I was obeying the rules.
Yes.
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Yes.
I'm always
Are you saying
how
that
did they call you guys? Friends?
That's not what he said.
Friends to the court or something.
Would you like me to say it for you?
No, don't say it.
No, he hasn't hired you.
Yeah. I do pro bono work. All right. Let me see whether there's anything else I think we ought to pay a bit of attention to. The Jisuman SHS teachers story. This is of interest to me. I've been following this thing for quite a while. And following the investigation, they've been sacked. But there is something about how the Ghana Education Service handles teachers who are accused of sexual misconduct, especially with pupils. If a teacher is, well, let me put it this way, if any other public or civil servant is under investigation for any other wrongdoing, we often have what they call an interdiction, where you are removed from office while the investigation proceeds, because for among many reasons, they believe that if you remain in office, you could influence the process. But when it comes to investigations into sexual misconduct, we often don't see the GAS acting that way. There is a headmaster who recently got convicted of defiling a 10-year-old pupil in Sisala. And while his case was in court from April last year until he was convicted last month, he remained a headmaster. In fact, he remained in that school from April, when the court case began, until September, when in the new term they sent him to another school to preside over other people's children while he was being investigated in court. The GAS seemed oblivious to all this until the process ended, and then they, the man is in jail. I don't even know whether he's been sacked as a teacher. Maybe he'll come back and continue. I don't know. So the GAS I see as a bit slow in reacting when it comes to matters that involve children. And our constitution says that we need to put in everything we do, the interest of the child must come first. In everything we do. So the GAS is the last institution I expect to put the interest of a child after. the interest of a teacher.
I'm not
accused of
comfortable with the
violence.
GS investigating it in the first place. I mean, when someone works for an institution and a person is alleged to have raped someone or engaged in any form of sexual assault, the first port, of course, should be the police.
The police.
Why?
I agree.
Why the person's employer can decide to sack the person, but that cannot be done before the police move in and investigate.
Because this
It's
is a
crime.
criminal.
Yeah.
But I guess this also doesn't stop the police from getting involved.
Yeah, but why should the
But why
police
have
wait?
they not been
The
involved
police should
from
be
the
the one
beginning?
doing
Yeah.
everything. I mean,
There should be the integral party rape.
for if
taking
your
up
employer
there.
is
I
perhaps
agree.
Because
if
what the
disgrace
Constitution
employer, they will
says
sack
is
you.
the police. Once a suspected crime has been committed, then
The
it has to
police.
be the police,
Yeah.
because they are mandated by our laws, our Constitution, to take up such subject. Because really,
Indeed,
it's
we
a
didn't
crime
even-
against the state.
Yeah.
We didn't even see the authorities make reference to the police.
In fact, the
was the
deputy
committee
minister
that was set
earlier-
up.
The deputy minister earlier complained about this, and he was making a point that he thinks going forward that should not be the way.
But what does
it
he mean
goes.
by
He
going
wants-
forward? What happened in this case? He was the deputy minister
The
when
problem
this
is
matter
the
began.
problem he
Still
points
is
out is that it's because of their regulation. So when you report a teacher, the GS has to investigate it. So that is what he wants to change.
I
So
think
the
I-
But whilst they were doing that, they
Why
could have
can't the
referred
police-
this to the
Yeah,
police.
I agree perfectly.
Yeah.
I agree.
He, the deputy minister, could have reported
I
this to
agree.
the police.
I agree.
So what's his complaint?
I agree. In fact, the
And who is he
parents, the
complaining
parents
to?
of the students could go ahead and
Yes.
file a complaint.
So who is he complaining to?
I
Who is
agree.
he hoping will do things differently
agree.
next
I
time?
To
agree.
the media, obviously.
clearly.
Okay, guys, this is where we have to dispatch
Thank you.
ourselves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're talking about the NPP's Delegates Conference in Koforidua. You have to stay with multimedia. All our channels, Lockdown, will bring you detailed coverage of that delegate conference. But up next, we're talking to a man who's director of elections. Fred, please show us the money, because you know it's one of the things we want to ask. I haven't seen, but I am seeing it for the first time. Here we go, Fred. There's cash.
Okay, this is the one Kojo doesn't like. Kojo likes this one.
This is the one where we're
No,
aiming.
Batu. You see,
So is
it's
that-
on the same table
Is that the
or
national
the same platform.
Is that the
There's
national
something curious
identification
about
card lying on top of the money?
Okay, so where? No, it's not the same table. Roland, check. The other one was black. This is
Please.
different.
Please.
No, not the same
Yeah,
table.
it's
Ah,
not the
only
same
a
table.
difference.
Yeah, you know. Okay, but listen, where are the monies? Like, you know. Yeah. Okay.
Who said that one? Mr. Kano.
With the director of elections will
was
tell
a
us
refrain in the
where we
company.
can trace the money so we can all have, you know, whatever. Stay with us. That's up next.